In Chandler, Arizona, we have another case of police brutality, this time involving a woman who was handcuffed while she was naked. This story involves a woman by the name of Esmeralda Rossi. Apparently, someone had called authorities to her home because of a domestic dispute. At that point, police officials showed up and Rossi was in the shower. So her daughter had opened the door and told the authorities, well, my mom's in the shower, let me go grab her. At that point, Rossi gets out of the shower, wraps herself in a towel, and then goes to talk to the police officials. That was when police officials told her why they were there. They needed to ask her some questions. So she said, okay, well, hold on. I'm going to go inside and grab my phone so I can record this interaction. Then she closed the door and walked inside her home, and police followed her inside because they didn't want her to record the interaction. And here's what happened afterwards.
You want to go to jail tonight? I'll take her to jail tonight.
For what?
I'll get statements from those two
What?
when I get back over there, okay?
No, you will not. No, you will not. I'm not doing anything. I didn't want to touch him. Don't touch me. Don't
Put your hands.
What is wrong with you? I didn't want to touch you.
You have absolutely no clothes on?
No, I'm in the shower. What is wrong with you?
Get your mom some clothes.
I didn't want to touch you.
Go get your mom some clothes.
I didn't want to touch you.
It's amazing.
Boy.
So the amazing part of this story is not the police abuse, because unfortunately we've seen that far too many times. It's that other cop turned the Rose in. So the one that is trying to handcuff the naked woman there, okay? His partner is like, no, I can't do this. I got to turn this guy in.
Yes.
Okay?
So Officer Doug Rose was the one in the wrong here.
Right.
And so there was actually an internal investigation that found that what he did was illegal. So let me get to that. The investigation found that Rose entered Rossi's home illegally. He also failed to document key aspects of the call, including arresting, then unarresting Rossi, and the fact that she was naked. Footage from his body camera was also missing.
Oh, must have gone on the fritz. They sometimes do that.
Yeah. At very convenient moments.
Very convenient.
What an idiot! The guy, the lady's in a towel, and then once the towel falls off, he goes, "You're naked under this."
Yeah.
It's
So
like,
stupid.
I like to wrap a towel around me when I'm fully clothed.
When you're wearing
a dummy.
a t-shirt,
he's a
right?
dummy.
So, I honestly don't know who they were investigating in the domestic abuse, whether it was her husband or ex-husband or her. We don't know, right? I'm not sure he knew. He just come in and he's like, you got to the minute she said, I want to record this, that's it,
out.
you're screwed. Okay, he's coming in, legally, illegally, it doesn't matter. You called him in, you asked him, you didn't ask him, it doesn't matter. He doesn't care. Number one crime in America, disrespecting a police officer. So taping him is disrespecting him, and then when you don't follow his orders, he's going to barge into your house without a warrant. Of course he is,
amazing.
right?
You're going to you're a cop. You're going to get disrespected. Like, deal with it. Be tough. Be tough.
And Ben's right, and they forgot the original point of that, right? The original point was, hey, you got to maintain order. And so you can't have people mouthing off and then creating chaos, and the next thing you know, you've got chaos all around you, and that's a dangerous situation. That's right, okay? But since they forgot the original point, now the rule, the hard rule in America is never allow any disrespect of a police officer. But you create more chaos now. Because if he had just said, okay, go put some clothes on, get your camera, what do I care? I came here to invest domestic abuse, and I'm going to do that, I'm going to do my job. There wouldn't have been any chaos. Mm-hmm. Instead, by saying, oh, you're going to follow my orders. I'm in charge. Cops can do anything they want to you, right?
Which he
then
said.
she's screaming because her clothes are off and she's being handcuffed. Her daughter's screaming. You created the problem that you were trying to avoid.
I think the first sign of a crooked cop is one that freaks out the second someone takes out a cell phone and starts recording them. Or when someone says, I need to get my phone to record this interaction. Like, why are you freaking out? If you're not doing anything wrong, why are you so concerned about that? First of all, if this happened in the front yard, it's her private property. If this happened inside her house, it's her private property. She has all the right in the world to record you. And even if it's in a public place, you have no expectation of privacy, and you're paid by our tax dollars. So we're able to record you as much as we want.
And I don't think it's a crooked cop as much as I think that we're in a generation now, and I don't know if police forces are doing this or not, but the police forces need training for restraint, to practice restraint, because we're in this generation now where you are going to be videotaped or someone's going to say something to you, and I think that they need a whole new level of training of like, well, step back for a second. Don't get aggressive with the person. He was there for questioning. It wasn't like it was a drug thing or like there was an imminent danger inside where someone had a gun to someone's head, he's there to question her on a domestic violence thing. Like you said, if the guy had been trained in that, he would have been like, all right, go do your thing, videotape what you got to do, and let's go from there.
And if you're worried about a gun, which doesn't seem to be the indication here, as I was reading the story, I thought they were going to say that they were worried that she might be going to get a gun. Then one cop stays at the door, and the cop says, ma'am, if you're going to go back into the house and get something, I'm going to have to come with you. If you're going to go get your phone, that's fine. I'm going to walk with you. I'm going to make sure you grab your phone. Like, it's annoying, it's whatever, but it's all, again, it's doable. None of these things happen if that happens.
Right. And he says, I'm allowed to come into your house. No, you're not. That's illegal. Yeah. Okay. He's like, I don't care if it's your house. Because his attitude is, I don't care about the law. I'm above the law. And to your point, Maz, look, you're right. They got to get new training because even if they don't care about other people's lives, they don't care about hurting other people, they don't care about the law, well, now you're going to be recorded, so it might actually affect you. So you need the training at least to cover your own ass. But the flip side to that is, well, we've seen all the tapes and they all got off anyway. Like, no cop ever gets convicted of anything, it appears, right?
Yeah.
So they're like, yeah, so what? You got the camera? You know, I'm going to break it anyway. I'm going to do all this stuff. I can choke people while you're watching for almost no reason. I'm going to get off anyway. So if their attitudes, they're above the law, unfortunately, they tend to be right.
Look what happened the one time that we've been asking, what has been my largest, because, you know, I am of the crowd that this is still I won't say a tiny number anymore, but a smaller number of police officers. And that, you know, certainly at many levels, there are guys who got into this business for some of the right reason. I mean, mostly it's a good job, you know, and benefits, and, you know, it's a solid gig. But that, my argument was always massively undercut by the thin blue line, where just everybody rallied behind the cop's behavior, almost no matter what it was. And you was like, where is another cop saying during Rodney King, hey, Larry, he's down. Like,
we got him.
We got him. I got an idea. Let's put cuffs on him, put him in the back of the car.
Yeah.
Here's what I think we should do. Right. And then we'll go arrest him, and then we'll go and we'll book him, and then you and I will go get something to eat. Like,
yeah, we'll go to Denny's.
We'll go to Denny's. Yeah. That's what we'll do. And here, a cop did it. Yeah. He went back, and the other cop was like, that was not cool. That was our fault. That was his fault. And then, but look what happened. The cop who did it quit. But like, it was so effective that it got a bad cop off the force because one cop did the right thing.
But he didn't do it in that moment, which you would have, I agree with you. And it would have been, again, I think if there's training, like they need, I think, modern training for them to go, look, if your trigger-happy partner starts, you know, disrobing a lady in a towel, like you got to go, whoa, whoa, like you said, Larry, whatever his name is.
It would seem that a guy who complained about it, like, you're right, we don't see it, but I imagine that within some period of time, like they got the other woman clothes, and that other cop probably saw that, like, you know, you're not going to, maybe you don't undermine the cop in that situation as long as she's not getting beaten. But in the end, I'm not going to go against this guy because he did say that was effed up, that was entirely our fault, and it worked. The bad cop is gone. He retired.
Yeah, and so, like in the case of McKinney, Texas, with the swimming pool incident, you see the other cops, who are not bad cops, as far as we can tell based on the incident, they step in front of the out-of-control cop when he pulls his gun, okay? And then they go run after the guy. They get his back. They go arrest the other kids, you know, that stepped to the police officer and stuff. But they can tell the guy's a little unhinged. And they're not the ones who created the mess in the first place, because some of the kids had come up to those cops, and they were totally fine.
And the other cops were great. They had normal, respectful conversations with those kids.
And so in this case, it's Officer David Selvage who should, I think, get a lot of credit. Yes, we wish it would a little bit better and timely if he'd acted right at that moment. Probably he had something to do with unarresting her, right? Right. Because she gets arrested and then unarrested, right? And then he comes back in and goes, we can't have this. We can't have a guy barging into people's houses, you know, having them go naked and arresting them for no reason. And so good cops like that should get all the credit in the world.